Hi friends. I went to bed with a wet head last night and I'm gonna show you how to use the GLAMWAVE to just change your life. It is absolutely amazing, and lately I've been using it on short hair. When my hair was longer, I used this tool a lot to get like a very round layered look. This looks so good, and they have 3 free gifts with purchase. So it's kind of like buy one, get 3 free for products. So you're gonna get a free Rival Heat Shield, and this is gonna help your curl last longer. It smells so good. It smells like watermelon gummy worms. Like, it just smells so delicious. And then we're gonna use marula oil, which is also free, and some salt plus sea spray. So both of these products, or all 3 of these products, are free right now if you use that special link in the video and get a GLAMWAVE. So let's get started. Hi, good morning. Anybody else go to bed on a wet head? I just have a bad habit of it, and I always regret it the next day, specifically because I have a cowlick in the back that is kind of a bald spot. But have no fear, because we are about to get some crazy big volume with this tool. I'm going to separate my hair into sections, and so that it works the best. Okay. Also, wanted to mention this dress. This is not like the perfect Thanksgiving dress or family pictures dress. Like, cinches you, so cute, like long little milkmaid, but it's 40% off right now. If you need links for anything, you can just drop the word me in the comments. Sorry if you hear Christian and Adam are cracking up in there. Okay, let's get going. I'm gonna get all the tangles out first. First things first. Rival Heat Shield all over, and then here we go. So I personally like to go under with this, and then I'm gonna go up. And I just kind of hold it there for a second. Getting an earlier start this morning, like went ahead and did my makeup and got kind of ready, and then I'm just doing my hair. So I will hold that, and it almost gives you like the look of a hot roller. So good. Let me shut this door so you don't hear them talk about guitars. Okay. All right, going into the next section. Again, the way I typically use this tool is I'm kind of trying to get all my little cowlicks out. I'm smoothing, round rotations. I like to go under, but you can do whatever you want. And then when I feel like I've gotten it nice and smooth, then I just hold it. And I'm holding it up, like this would be down from my root. So it's actually like lifted a little higher than where the root on my head is, because that's gonna give me extra lift. Same thing under. Has anyone used the GLAMWAVE before? It is absolutely an amazing tool. If you want the look of a blowout but from home, it does really well with layers too. I don't have any layers in my hair right now. I just kind of have a blunt cut going. But I loved when my hair was longer how I could get this like rounded shape, and then like the next layer would be like that. The next layer would be like that. It was so good. Good morning. Say hey when you're hopping on. Drop a 1 if you're watching the live and a 2 if you're watching the replay. The back is kind of boring to watch somebody do their hair because you can't really see it all that well, but it's definitely a necessary part of the process. Okay, I think we're going today to trade in my car. because we looked into getting it fixed. We did the diagnostic and it was just going to be too much. My car has been paid off now for 6 or 7 years. It's like not a newer car. And I just have been loving like no car payment. But I think we're at the point where it is going to be more to keep putting money into it. Like we just had to do some things a few months ago, and then now this, and then it's like a $6,000 estimate. And I'm like, at what point do we just say like, okay, let's trade this in and put that towards a car that's a little newer. And so I think that's what we're going to look today. We might not actually trade in today, but we may. Christian cleaned the car and washed it. So if we do have to trade it in, it's like ready to go. You can see how amazing this like round effect is. It's so fabulous. But that's what we're doing. I feel like when you have 4 kids, you are limited to, like, I don't know why they don't make other bigger, like they make Sprinter vans, but my kids come home with friends a lot, and then there's just already 4 of them. And so you're like, why don't they make, which Adam was like, because of parking spots, like they can't really make a lot of bigger cars. And we're not gonna get a Sprinter van, but I don't know. We're gonna at least go look. Okay, if you missed the first part of this video, Launch has up to 70% off happening right now for, use the code HOLIDAY, but they have a free gift with purchase for this GLAMWAVE. So you get the tool and you get 3 products free. And so it's a really good deal. Lexi really wants me to get a Toyota Sequoia. That's her dream car. And right now we have an extended Cadillac Escalade, and I would say it's been a really good fit for our family. We're looking at a Suburban. We're looking at a Escalade. We're even looking at like a little bit of a smaller car, like a Nissan Armada. But it also could seat everybody. So we're just going to look. Try and see. We live on an island, so sometimes it's like our options are a little limited. Ooh, Mercedes makes a great van you can customize. That's good to know. Okay, so now that I've kind of held that, see how I have the curl, I'm gonna lift up towards the sky. That's gonna give you more of that blowout look. So you can see I'm like really heavily lifting, especially right here in the front, and now rounding it under, just like that. And when it comes time to need to like, I'm not just gonna pull it out, I'm gonna unwind my hair. Ooh, you have a Traverse, 3 rows, 8 seats, you love it. I need to look at that up. I'm not a huge car person. I honestly have a hard time even knowing like what's newer, what's older, what the car's brands are. Apparently, I'm just not aware of them when I drive, like at all. I don't know. I feel like Adam could tell me every single car that passes, like that's a this, that's a this. That obviously has not ever been something that I have gotten into, because I'm like, maybe it's a Jeep product, like a Jeep Cherokee, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a Hyundai, like, except for like the obvious ones. Like I obviously like know like a Jeep Wrangler or a minivan, but yeah, so. Ooh, Jeep Grand Wagoneer. I actually love that vehicle. So cute. I have a friend who has one of those, but Adam was worried that maybe it'd be a little small because of my home goods runs, but I like those a lot. I'm not opposed to a van. No, I actually used to have a van, and it was fabulous. Yes, the Yukon Denali's nice. Anyways, so we won't get anything brand new. I guess maybe a long time ago, I got a brand new car, and then it got repossessed during a bankruptcy. So it's been the only new car I've ever gotten, and it probably wasn't a smart decision at the time. So we typically will do like a couple year old used car, but in good shape, you know? And that's kind of how we've done it. So that's what we're going to look for today. And if there's nothing around that we like, then oh well. We'll just keep looking. Okay. How cute is this? Especially if you have just a lot of cowlicks, a lot of fuzzy hair. Do you ever like look at yourself and you're like, oh, I need to get back in the gym? I have not been working out, you guys. Just haven't felt good and I haven't felt up to it, but I'm starting to notice like I'm losing some muscle that I have had. And so as soon as I'm feeling 100%, maybe even at 80%, I've got to start back, at least at like, it's the dread of knowing you haven't done something in a while. And you're like, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be hard. But it'll be worth it. But I just haven't had like, I've been on and off like sick. So just ready to feel good and kind of get back in a good habit. Ooh, GMC Yukon, you love yours? My best friend has a Yukon Denali and she loves it. Really, it's mostly what do they have available, and is it, because we are on an island, sometimes they can really price them ridiculous because we have to pay an import tax, so it increases like the rate of vehicles. And so it's really going to be what we can find available and what makes sense, you know? But it definitely doesn't make sense to repair the car that we have. It would be better off trading it. I love the GLAMWAVE with all hair lengths, not kidding. When my hair was super long, I absolutely love doing my layers. I love it with short hair. I think you can get, even if you have like a pixie cut, you can get a lot of volume. I think this is good for like everyone. Going under here, any straight pieces, just kind of like rotate here at the bottom. Anybody else have to go back to the gym? I had this like grand plan. I was gonna do a certain amount of steps last month and a certain amount of whatever, and I just like got sick, and then I felt a little better, then I got sick again, and I have been on so many antibiotics over the last like 5 months. I'm like, I am just ready to feel 100%. They did say, I was in the hospital for E. coli, and they did say it would take you like months for your immune system to get back up to normal and to feel yourself again. And I was like, okay, like I'm sure I'll be fine in no time. And I really do feel like it has taken me a little bit to kind of feel good again. I don't feel good right now, actually. I've been on antibiotics for like a week. Whoop. It just said, this is a test. You would say go brand new if you're not paying cash. Rates are so much cheaper on new. I did not know that. You guys are always so helpful. Okay, I'm gonna do a side part today because I love the way a side part looks with my hair like this. So I'm going up towards the ceiling, rotating, really getting all those like tangles out, kind of slowly going through my hair. And when I feel like my hair isn't really wavy anymore. Like, I don't know if you can tell. We're gonna put some tension on it, get it nice and straight and smooth, especially because this is the top layer. And then I'm just going to kind of wrap my hair around it like a hot roller. I just fried my thumb. Totally hit the barrel. I'll just put it in some water. That was painful. That's the first time I've ever done that with this tool. But I like singed my thumbprint off. Eeks. I have some lavender somewhere. I must have hit right where that little plate is not a brush. Sheesh. Nothing like a real live. Goodness gracious. All right. I've never had that happen with this. Guess just right place, right time. Just going in here and holding it, and then I'll kind of like let the tension off. I'm gonna put a little bit of Pomifera oil on this. Have like a happy salve. Sorry, friends. Hi. I think when your body isn't expecting, like, normally it's like a brush, and so I hit this all the time, and I think I held it way too long because I didn't expect it would burn me. Okay. It's okay. Not the first or last time I will ever get burned on a tool. Okay, going in with this front section. Again, smoothing, and then I'm gonna wrap backwards on this. Has tension on it, and we're just gonna hold it together. How does my hair not get stuck in it? So like right now, if I just tried to like yank it out, it would, but I'm gonna just unroll it, and then, so I'm just rolling and unrolling it, so I'm not getting it tangled. Yeah, I touched the metal part. Eeks. It's okay. All right. Okay, continuing on. Get all the tangles out and make it nice and smooth before you kind of hold it. Adds so much shine. I just love this tool. Like, it is super effective at helping your hair be smooth, shiny, all these like little lumps and bumps that you have. It's just so good. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to going like more curled under instead of back. Might even smooth this out just a little more. You can kind of see how you can use the tool slowly to just get these out. Ooh, honey on it, that's a good idea. Okay. Okay, so we have some exciting news. We've been selling our Airbnbs in the States, and they're just harder to man. Like, we've had fun flipping them. I love decorating. We love renovating. When we were in Tennessee, we loved having them there, and it was really fun. Sometimes we get to meet people who would come through, and we still have the camp. It's up on the market for sale, but we are wanting to start an Airbnb here in Puerto Rico. And so we are taking the money. We've sold like the yurt and some of the other stuff on the flight park. We've been selling those. And so we're putting all of our smaller ones together, and we're going to look at a farm next week. So just got back with the guy this morning, and it would be a 60-acre. Let me know if you're interested in this as well. But we have a lot of people who are like, oh, like, I'd love to come to Puerto Rico, or do you think you'll ever do Airbnbs here? And we kind of were like, I'm not sure, you know, I don't know. But we found a farm. I found it when we first moved here, and it's amazing. It has over 300 different types of like fruit plants. The guy has been planting on it for over 15 years. It has an active coffee farm on it. There are animals. It is a full functioning, it's a farm. And there's currently 2 small houses on it, like a 3-bedroom and a 1-bedroom. And but we're going to look at it and see if we could, what we could make it work for possibly an Airbnb. So I'll let you know. We might not get it, but we are going to go look at it. And if so, then instead of having the Airbnbs in the States, we would have an Airbnb here, which I originally I've wanted a farm for my whole life. But at certain points we even were trying like garden and farm for our house in Tennessee, and then we moved here. And I didn't even get to plant my flowers in my huge garden we did because we moved here that week, and it has just been like a legit dream to have a farm. And so can't just have a farm for fun, but if we could make it a profitable business where we had a farm and then we could have people Airbnb it, and then if it wasn't rented, maybe we could spend, like, my goal would be in the summer we would stay there a little bit, and then maybe Christmas break we could do like stay at the farm for a few weeks, and but also be able to share the farm with other people. It might not work out, but it could. It may not, I don't know, but I'll definitely do stories when we go visit the farm. And like, the biggest thing is it takes so long. Like, you plant something and then it could take 2, 4, 5 years before you get fruit, right? And this farm is already like very established. I just think it would be magic. Like, actually, it's on the river. It's up in the mountains and has a river that goes through the property. I just think it would be amazing. And so we get to go look at it next week and see if it would be like a good fit. But I'm really excited about it. So, and I think that it would be really fun. I don't know. We have always loved like flipping and doing Airbnbs in real estate, and I just think that it'd be really fun to do that here, and just a totally different experience. I think it'd be great. And so many people already come here, or like, since you've lived there, now we're going to plan a vacation to Puerto Rico because you've seen my stories or something. And so I'm like, how fun would that be? We could do that. I don't know. That's a dream. That's on my dream list. It's actually been on my like grand vision for a long time. Like, I would love a farm. And so we'll see if that's going to happen soon. But anyways, marula oil, this comes free. Here's what you get for free with your free gift with purchase with this tool. So you get the GLAMWAVE, and then you're going to get marula oil, Rival Heat Shield, which we used at the beginning, and then Salt Plus Sea Spray. So I'm going to put marula oil in. This just allows you to get texture and shine without frizz. And then this is a Salt Plus Sea Spray, and it just gives you a little more grit to your hair and a little more texture. I don't use a lot of Salt Plus Sea Spray unless I'm gonna braid my girls' hair and I need them to have some extra like grittiness to it, but I do like it just to give you this little piecey look. Now I'm gonna get some hairspray. I just got some new products in. So look at me, prepared. There we go. Okay. Anyways, not sure if it'll work out, but I do think it's fun to share like dreaming journeys or just ideas or things. The biggest thing, Adam said he would have to probably go out there and stay some and like work on getting it. We would have to work on getting it ready for that kind of thing, because it's not in like the shape. It would be a reno, you know, and so we would have to go out there and renovate it, and we'd have to do that. But if we sell our house, which we're selling our house in Chattanooga, and then maybe we can invest into a farm here and have an Airbnb in the mountains on the river with all these plants, and that you could like pick food off the farm or eggs from the chickens. And also a great way we could we're looking into how we could use it to help feed the community, and like not for profit at all. The Airbnb part would be that, you know, it would help sustain it, but the food part would be how we could help feed the community through, because it's got a large organic food source. So anyways, it's really exciting. Okay friends, this is the GLAMWAVE on Went to Bed with a Wet Head hair. It is just such a good tool. Shapes your hair, looks so cute. Again, if you have layers, which I don't, I have more of a blunt cut and I think it still looks adorable. But if you have layers, this tool shines like even brighter. Okay. I'm going to spray this section here. I have a cowlick in the back of my head. Just try and get that to not look like that. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a great day. If you've ever wanted this tool, it's a really good deal because you get 3 free gifts with purchase. So the link is in the description of the video. And if you have questions about anything, you can send me a message. But just wanted to share kind of what's going on in our life today and show you how you could use this tool to get a really cute look. So anyways, love you guys. Have a good day.